Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and thank you so much for coming. Today, we are going to be checking out Jomboy. Judge asked Goldschmidt about a two-strike approach, a breakdown. So, I love Jomboy. I love baseball. Let's see what they got to say.
Aaron Judge hits his first home run of spring training. Little porch job, kind
Took
of
him
just
long
got
enough.
under it,
Jeez.
lofted it up there. He's big and strong, so he can do that. This breakdown's brought to you by SeatGeek. These guys were in seats. Look how happy they are, just
They're pretty
celebrating. They
happy.
didn't even catch the ball. Little father-son spring training,
Where's
double
that guy's
high
jersey
five,
at?
jump
Come
up
on.
and down
Come on.
celebration. Guys behind him caught the ball. They're excited. That's not what this one's about, though. It's about his footwork on the swing. It's his first home run of spring. And Judgy told us he was going to try this
That is such a
no stride,
short lead
two-strike
stride.
approach. And look at that. That's the pitch before. This is the 0-1. This was his swing all last year. Big old leg
Yeah,
kick.
I mean, it's not a
Sweeps down,
huge hitch, but
now
it's
in
something.
2 strikes, no leg kick. All right, so on the left, he goes up. On the
You're
right,
so much.
doesn't.
You are so much stiffer without that leg kick. Like, you're gonna be torquing so much. Like here, like right here, you're gonna be torquing so much harder. We'll see how Judge
Go up
handles it.
two different
I mean, he hit a home
approaches.
run, right?
The home run champ said, you know what? I'm going to work on contact next year as well. Not more home runs. I'm going to work on hitting for not power, just two-strike approach. And the story behind it is kind of cool because he was open. He's about it. He said, I watched Goldie. Look at this. Yeah. So Joel Sherman had an article about it. You can go read that for all the cool details. But he said, so after watching Goldie across the field in a series in St. Louis last.
I mean, as a Cubs fan, I can't take anything that Paul Goldschmidt says to heart because what does he know, right? But seriously, does Goldschmidt use a two-strike approach like that? Like, does he shorten his hitch step? And again, I before I get too much further into this, I feel like there is a false narrative in that somehow a shorter hitch will give you more control. I think control is all about smoothness of swing, like consistency of swing, right? Control. I don't see how shortening his stride like that will help with his control or contact, I should say.
Last year, he met with him, the former NL MVP. So the two MVPs met up, and Judge says, hey, man, what's that two-strike approach of yours I saw when I was out in St. Louis? Looks cool. Here are the two-strike hits that Judge saw from Goldie, and it is an interesting swing. Caught my eye. I'm sure Cardinals fans are like, that's just a swing. What are you talking about? But he
Oh,
really kind of like loads
he
up
really
that
does.
foot
Yeah,
and
look
then
at that.
sits on it,
Look
almost
at
like
look at
just
look at how he torques. Like look at how he torques right from the lower middle torso on this. Like you can see that he's shifting
saw
so
from
much.
Goldie, and it is
Yeah,
an interesting swing.
right
Caught
here.
my eye. I'm sure Cardinals fans are like, that's just a swing. What are you talking about? But he really kind of like loads up that foot and then sits on it, almost like just revs it up. Bam, and then swing.
Is that not going to leave you like with a higher risk of some sort of injury right there?
He's like throwing the
I
tennis
have to
ball,
believe
then
you. It will.
holding your dog a little bit, so he starts running underneath you, and then when you let go, bam! It's like he just puts his foot, and then right there looked kind of uncomfortable in a way.
Yeah,
But the thing
he looks
Judge
incredibly
doesn't know is that
uncomfortable with that.
this is Goldie's approach all the time. I watched a bunch of swings, two strikes, one strike, no strikes. He was doing this approach. He's just good. And I found one stadium that had a double by Judge and Goldie in Milwaukee. So we have the same exact camera angle, and you can see both their swings side by side. And I was kind of super interested in this because right here it looks all right, different body size. Judge is a literal giant, and Goldie's not. He's a big dude, but Judge is a giant. But that umpire behind Goldie is even more of a giant. What's up, dude? What are you about?
That
And
is
look at
pretty
this.
contrasting. Yeah.
Goldie's got his barrel down, his hands up, his elbows by his face. The barrel of his bat is facing down, the knob is facing up. Judge, completely different. His hands are extended. That's something he did last year. That was one of the adjustments he made that really worked for him. The barrel of the knob is up, and Judge is a little bit open, so his front toe
Yeah.
is in front of and more behind his back toe, where Goldie's kind of square to the plate. And their swings, similar pitches. Goldie's is a little more inside, but watch their load up in slow mo. Judge's leg is up in the
Yeah,
air
look at
as
this.
the pitcher brings his arm back. Goldie hasn't really done anything. And then as he comes forward, now, all right, that's similar enough, right? They both have a leg kick going. Goldie's bat gets to the normal place. His hands almost get to the normal place. So Judge is just eliminating a lot of that movement up top, but adding way more movement down below, where Goldie is eliminating movement below and doing the movement up top. And then they're both kind of down at the same time. And then the follow through from there is very similar. And two hands on the bat. And I don't know. It's kind of wild to me that you can do so many different things and guys can get so many different results with very different but similar swings. So anyway, I guess the update here is that Judge is trying to work on his contact approach with two strikes, even keeping two hands on the follow through. And Goldie is just really good. And they have two different loads, but similar results. The two MVPs just chatting about hitting in the offseason. If you want to go see these guys hit, you can use code Jomboy to get $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. They sponsored this breakdown. Thanks for watching. This was a quick little spring training one because I was just doing this session on my couch.
Thank you, Jomboy. Yeah, incredible hitters, right? Like incredible hitters. And you notice here, like, I mean, even here on the still frame, they've got just the littlest leg kick from Goldschmidt. Judge is quite a bit higher, but smoothness. I mean, it's about that smoothness of the swing, right? Smoothness for the contact. I looked at some of the earlier swings, right, in the earlier in the video, and Goldschmidt looks so uncomfortable when he doesn't leg kick. Same with Judge. He looked so incredibly uncomfortable. I don't want to say it's uncomfortable. It's just like there's so much upper body torque happening.
It's about his
that it can't
footwork
be
on the swing. It's his first home run of spring, and Judgy told us he was going to.
It can't be consistently good for his swing. Especially if he's going back and forth, like if he's consistently on like two strikes, making sure that he takes that leg kick out. I don't know. You tell me. I'm no expert, but that seems like it could mess with him a little bit. Anyways, thanks. Tell me what you think. Hit that like button, subscribe, please. I hope you guys are having an excellent day.